Hello, I'm Luke Hatfield. I'm joined by our Wolves correspondent here at the Express and Star, Mr. Tim Spears. Tim, it's been an international break over the past week or so, and we've seen a number of Wolves players featured, but a couple have made their first debuts for their countries. Who else could we see making a debut for Wolves in the future?
Yeah, so Matt Doherty and Barry Douglas, both richly deserved, got their first caps. Doherty's been waiting so long.
Yeah. How many squads has that guy been in before?
Wow, quite a few, and then he's finally got named on the bench, I think, for the first time last year, and didn't get on, and yada yada yada. So finally, long overdue for him. And yeah, Barry Douglas, richly deserved first cap for Scotland as they beat Hungary.
Yes.
Last night, 1-0, came on as a sub. 12 assists this season, second highest in the league, 4 goals, been a model of consistency all season, so fantastic news for him.
Magic left foot too.
Absolutely. So Wolves aren't really used to this, having so many internationals. They had 6 or 7 kind of key first team players away. Touch wood, none of them have come back with an injury that as far as we can tell so far. So yeah, who's next? And you know, Wolves are becoming such a high profile club now across the country and globally. You know, with all these players they've got from across Europe, Portuguese players and whatnot. So, there's certainly scope for more to come. I think Conor Cody's the one that people are talking about more than most in terms of the Wolves fans, because they've seen quite a few. What's the nicest way of saying it?
Bang average.
That's not the nicest way of saying it. Quite a few defenders who aren't household names.
Yeah.
Getting caps for England. James Tarkowski, Ben Gibson, Michael Keane has obviously progressed a lot at Everton, but he'd be another one. Joe Gomez in there for Liverpool guy.
Yeah.
You know, so you look at that, and I remember Danny Bart saying when he was debating whether to be capped by India or England, you know, could potentially go for either, although the rules dictate you can't in India. But anyway, he was kind of saying, look, if Wolves get to the Premier League and I'm in the first team, then you never know. We've seen it happen with other unfashionable names, so to speak.
Yeah.
Conor Cody's got the shirt for now, and the captain's armband indeed as well. And you say if he reproduces this form in the Premier League, then he's certainly a contender. Certainly a contender to get called. He's played for England at youth level, albeit in midfield.
Yeah.
So he will be one. And you look through the Wolves squad, I think the most obvious one that will get international full honours will be Conor Ronan, who's Ireland under-21 international, doing very well at Portsmouth by all accounts. Kenny Jackett would love him back on loan next season, and I think he's got the real potential to step up being Ireland regular for many years to come, to be honest. I think he's an obvious one. Diogo Jota played plenty of times for the Portugal under-21s, 13 caps for them. Again, if he coming from a club like Real Madrid, I still don't know how Wolves managed to sign him. If they Jules Mendes doing his magic there. But anyway, if he continues to progress, he'll be another one. And then another obvious one really is Morgan Gibbs-White, a World Cup winner with the under-17s, now in the under-18 squad. If he continues to go through those age groups and continues his or realises his undoubted potential, then he would definitely be one. And I'm going to throw a wild card at you here, Luke.
Go on.
Not many people have heard of this guy. 18-year-old French striker who doesn't really even play for the under-23s, called Enzo Savage.
What a name.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
That's a great name if it is pronounced that way.
Yes, his former coach said of it recently, he is complete, and I compare him a bit to Didier Drogba.
That's quite a claim.
It's quite a claim, and if he says if he works properly, he'll go all the way.
Nice.
Now, I can't say I've seen this guy yet. He looks a barely fixture for the 23s, but he will be one to watch, judging on the opinion of his former coach, Zaki Nubir, who, as we all know, is the great authority on world football. So
yeah, that's it. I mean, Didier Drogba. Who needs to sign a striker in the summer if you've got Didier Drogba, the young Didier Drogba coming in? But one man fans will know very well, Ivan Cavallero. What about him?
Yeah. Good shout. And Helder Costa too, you know. A year ago we'd have been saying Helder Costa would be the most likely Wolves players to do this, and obviously his form's taken a bit of a dip until recently, but him and Cavallero, Portuguese wingers. Portugal got a few wingers, a guy called Ronaldo they've got, and they've got a guy called Jota they can call him as well. But I think, well, if Cavallero and Costa are still in around this first team next year and playing regular Premier League football, it's the biggest stage on which to impress. And if Wolves are in the Premier League and they're looking towards mid-table, which is exactly where they're aiming for right now, they're still in the Championship, but they're aiming to be comfortably surviving in the Premier League next year. If they can do that, and Cavallero and or Costa are starring, then they'll certainly get noticed by Portugal. You look at Neves, who started for Portugal against Egypt last week, and he's a Championship player. So you take that on to the Premier League, and you've got to say all these guys have got a chance really. If Wolves continue to progress and develop, and the players within that do that, then they'll all be noticed.
There we go. So plenty of international talents who could be featuring for their countries in the future. For all the latest on them, make sure you stay with us at expressandstar.com.